What is up, Packers fans, and welcome back to another edition of the Daily Draft, brought to you by Brewski Light Lager, the good folks at Badger State Brewing. I am Ross Uglum, the publisher of Pack Report, and today we are talking about Ohio State defensive end JT Tuimoloau. Let's hop right in. Pros: ideal size, and he is scheme versatile at his size. I think he's like 6'5", 270. He's a big dude. Um, Probably light enough on his feet to play in a 3-4, certainly big enough to qualify for everything the Packers like and play as a 4-3 defensive end. JTT is super strong in his lower body. That is evident when watching him on film, and it's also backed up by his athletic testing information. You look at his 10-yard split, look at his broad jump, look at his vertical jump. This is someone who is very, very strong in his lower body. More film stuff. I think he plays with excellent pad level, especially for a player who is legitimately 6'5". I think he does a really good job of staying underneath offensive linemen and certainly dominating the tight ends that try to block him out on the edge. I think he does a really, really good job. He has good footwork and an excellent get off that brings force. He converts speed to power. He does a great job of bringing force at the snap and at the line of scrimmage. Excellent and consistent hand placement. I think he's a really, really good technician as a pass rusher and does a really, really good job in the run game of getting his hands where they're supposed to be on the offensive tackle, maintaining control, and really doing a great job of kind of not letting offensive players get into his breastplate and control him. He's trying to set the tone in both the pass game and the run. Moves well in space. So you run a quick screen against Ohio State, to the tunnel to the outside. He's backside pursuit. He does a good job moving. I think for a guy who's 270 pounds, he runs well, does a good job in pursuit from all angles, and just looks like an athlete. I mean, he's an athlete for 270 pounds for sure. Sets a good and strong edge. Packers probably care about that a little bit less now, right? The defensive ends are often not the contain players. They're spill players in this scheme, but you still want good edge setters. You still want good run defenders in your system, no matter what. Noticeably, I thought improved as a pass rusher in 2024. I think some of the true pass set numbers as far as win rates and pass rush productivity, like Pro Football Focus's pass rush productivity metric, I think they would confirm that JT Tuimoloau was a more effective pass rusher in 2024 than he had been in the past. And what I will say too is I just think he's a high floor prospect. I think he is going to give you something. And I know that especially if you're going to burn a pick in the first round or the first two rounds on him, you want more than that. But I think his bust potential is non-existent. I really do. I think he's a starting defensive end in the NFL for 2 contracts, and that is something that is worth the pick that I'm going to say, or kind of where I have him. Okay, you know what else you guys need is the gosh darn draft guide powered by Packer Report. So much cool stuff in there, man. We've got over 225 player prospects. We've got Packer People by Jacob Morley, just an awesome piece of Packers data for you to look at to understand and kind of narrow down your scope of who they might take. Jacob Westendorf wrote a really interesting piece on whether or not the division is catching up to the Packers. Right, they had kind of a stranglehold on it when LaFleur first got there and teamed up with Aaron Rodgers. Has that stranglehold kind of lifted as you see what the Lions and the Vikings are doing, and even Chicago winning a game in Green Bay for the first time in a million years. So that's interesting. I would just buy the thing, right? Promo code daily, $1 off. Get it while it's hot. It's awesome piece of data, and you'll be the smartest person at your Packers draft party, I promise. Okay, cons. Bend and flexibility are not quite there. JT Tuimoloau is a Packers-style pass rusher who's trying to run through you, not one who's trying to run around you. Run around you would be a Ross-style pass rusher, one that the Packers have not had in forever. JTT is definitely what they like to do. When he can't convert speed to power, there aren't a lot of other options. The counter game is not where I'd like to see. Maybe a good defensive line coach can help. Can get swallowed up by his offensive tackles because of his inability to run the arc. He is usually trying to run through you, and if he tries to run through you and fails, especially long-armed offensive tackles can sort of contain him, and you won't get the hustle sacks because he's swallowed up. Occasionally loses contain as an edge defender in the run game. Again, that's not going to matter as much. It's not what the Packers are trying to do in run defense. Counter game, I think I've already kind of mentioned this, but I'm just running through my notes. Counter game has a lot of work to be done in the pass rush. And then this is going to sound a little contradictory, not very much versatility on film. What I mean by that is he's not moved around the formation. Okay. He's not playing inside. He's not playing a wide 9. He's pretty much playing 6 technique, defensive end, or maybe some outside shade 7 stuff, but he's playing one spot. And he's scheme versatile, I think, because I think a 3-4 team could take him, and I think a 4-3 team can take him, but he's not versatile within that scheme, at least not so much as what Ohio State showed. Yes, he's 270 pounds, but very little let's kick you inside to 3-tech and see if you can rush. That's not on film. Maybe he can do it, but it's not on film. And so he is scheme versatile, but not, to my knowledge, versatile within the scheme. Packers fit, he's a tier 1. Everything they want, he has. He's tall enough. He's heavy enough. He's explosive enough. He is what they want. He is a tier 1, clean Packers fit. Somebody said, off-the-wall name to be picked at 23, JT Tuimoloau. That would freak people out. But, brother, it could happen. And I said that could be a surprise first-rounder for them. They grab guys from Ohio State all the time, right? Josh Myers went to Ohio State. AJ Hawk went to Ohio State. They take plenty of Ohio State guys. It's a organization, college. They'll take guys from, not an issue. To Corey Lindsley, Ohio State, they'll take Ohio State guys. Seems to fit in from a ranking perspective to their pick in the second round. I'm higher on him than this. Seems to fit in from a ranking perspective to their pick in the second round. I think he could be a surprise first rounder for him. They get him in the second round. Let's say it's Derek Harmon in round 1, Savone Revel in round 1, or Savone Revel, in round 1. Trey Amos in round 1, Will Johnson in round 1, Emeka Egbuka in round 1. You get JT Tuimoloau in round 2, I'm a happy boy. 9.34 RAS guy. I mean, that's Packersy as it gets, man. Okay. Drink Badger State. Buy the guide. Go Pack Go.